بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Okay, so first of all, for the review for the final exam about recursion and programming output. Okay, here I have many videos about recursion. This is introduction to recursion lecture, and this is for exponential, and this is for different exercises. Okay, so I recommend that you look at all these videos to review. And in this lecture, I'm going to show you how to solve the recursion exercise of the final exam of the last year. And also, I have here exam video solutions.
I chose them also.
Yeah.
Majors.
You have here programming output. I have three lectures of programming output. I can send you these ones for fall 2016, spring 2015, and to practice more if you want. And you can see the solutions over here in these video lectures. And today we will do the solution of the final exam of the last year. So let's get started by the recursion exercise of the last year exam. And here we consider the following series function. fxn equal the sum of x power n minus 1 divided by n, for n equal to 1 until infinity. Okay, and x is a value between minus 1 and 1. So usually in recursion, we have a function that calls itself. And I think Dr. Basa maybe have explained you the difference between using a for loop and also recursive call. Now, when we get a function like this, we need to know how to transform this function into the sum of x at index n as a function of n minus 1. Now we have just an expression, but we want to write fxn equals something fxn minus 1 or fxn minus 2 to find the relation between this term and the previous term. So we need to find the relation between the current term اللي هو at index n and the previous term that it is at index n minus 1. So this is the first thing that you need to do. Let me create a NetBeans project. Okay, so I'm going to create a project. So this is final exam. And this is recursion. Recursion. I will create a file. Let's call it recursion.java. Let me call it recursion here. Okay, so I'm going to create the main function, public static void main string args. So let's bring this formula now. This is the general formula or the expression. Now we're going to, okay, of course, x is between minus 1 and 1. Okay, this is the condition for x. We'll have to use it. And now let's start for n equal to 1. And this is what we call the base case. Okay, you know what is the base case? Okay, the base case is just with the lowest value of the index. Now the lowest value of the index starts from 1. Sometimes it may start from 0. Okay, so you need to know what is the first index allowed for you. And now I'm going just to replace the function f x1 is equal to what? Yeah, x is equal to x power 0. So is equal x power 0. So what is x power 0? 1. divided by 1 equal 1. So for n equal to 1, the function is just equal to 1. This is the base case. Okay? Because the base case is going to be used to calculate the next cases. Case of n equal 2, n equal 3. But now I have to express fxn as a function of xn minus 1. So I can calculate fx2 as a function of x1. Okay, so let's make fx2. We start by one by one. Okay, now in this case is going to be equal the sum of, so we start by n equal to 1, it's 1. We have already calculated this. Plus, I replace 2 minus 1. So this is x divided by n, which is 2. And this is equal to fx at point 1 plus x divided by 2. Is it clear?
Can you just explain the second part?
Yes.
Yes. So this sum, how many terms it has when n equal to 2? We're going to make the sum for n equal 1 and then plus for n equal 2. For n equal 1, we have already calculated this equal to 1. صح ولا? Plus, I replace n by 2. n minus 1, 2. X power n minus 1 is equal to 1. X power 1. What is? X. This is x divided by, which is 2. So we have 1 plus x divided by 2. We're going just to replace n by its value. Okay? So this makes the previous value that we have calculated, which is equal to 1, plus an additional term. واضح? Okay, so we still want to do even more. Let's do for fx at point 3. So we will have 3 terms now. 1 term plus another term plus a third term. صح ولا? Because it's a sum. So what is the first term here? N, yes, it's 1. We replace n by 1. And the second term? Momtaz. And the third term, we replace no x power 2 divided by 3. So we can write, you see, look at this part. What is this part? It's fx2, صح ولا? Plus, so every time we are able to express fxn as a function of fxn minus 1. Okay, let's do it for 4. fx4 equal, so I have the sum of 4 terms. What are the 3 first terms? All of these 3, صح ولا? Do you agree? Okay, I can put all of this here. Plus x power 3. Yes. Do not go fast on this, do it very quickly. You have 30 minutes in the exam. And you can do it in 15 minutes. Look, we are discussing and still we didn't spend 5 minutes so far. So we can write fx3 plus this additional term. Now we have made several iterations. So we are able to find the general expression. Now I want to find the general expression. Okay? The general expression, which is fxn is equal to what? fx minus 1. لأنه recursion, I must build my new result on the previous result. Okay? Plus x power what? n minus 1. Okay, divided by n. If you find this, you have almost half of the solution. So in the final exam, write me these statements. Even if you don't do it right in the coding and you do this right, I will give you at least half of the grades.
Okay.
واضح? Okay. So now, I will translate this into a Java program. That's the whole thing. I did everything. So let me now do a function public static f. So it takes a double x and an int n. So first of all, I will check if x is greater than 1
And less than 0.
or x smaller than -1, I'm going to throw new. So this is going to return a double. This is the wrong case. The wrong, new illegal argument exception. So I will throw an exception. X must be in -1, 1. Public static double. It must be outside. Yeah. Okay, so let me bring this on the top. Okay, so now we are sure that if we are going to continue, it means x is correct. Then if we will check now, n is equal to 1, we return what? If n equal to 1, we return the value is 1. Okay, this is the base case. So base case, our base case. صح ولا؟ Okay, so if n equal to 1, we return the value of 1. Now we know this value. We don't need to make calculations because it's straightforward. Okay, now if n is bigger than 1, in this case, we will use this recursive equation. Okay, else
Now the recursive.
return, we will return this expression. I'm going just to write this expression, nothing else. F x n minus 1 plus math dot power of x n minus 1 divided by n. Simple ولا؟ Very simple. Okay, but it's going to be simple if you go through this analysis. If you don't do this, impossible. You're going to do it wrong.
Then here logic will be there.
Yes. And if you look at all the solutions of the recursive exercises that calculate this kind of recursive functions, they do the same process. Okay?
Can you check the 2017 fall exam?
Okay.
Its recursive was quite, I don't know, you made some calculations and
No problem. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it.
if we just go over the function.
Yeah, this is now.
Doctor, I have a question. First thing in the recursion, we have to write the wrong statement, then the base case, then the recursive case.
Yes.
This is the steps.
Yes. Look now, let me just calculate the output for x equal to 1 and equal. So,
Code everything.
yeah. S out,
0.1.
f 0.1, 3 equal, and here f 0.1, 3.
Do another time for n equals 10.
plus, and then 410. These are the values. So now we will do the recursion for fall 2017. Okay, I'm going to have now a function f the same way. But now what is the difference? Should be محل. Yeah, it's this one, right?
Yes, it's this one.
Spring or fall, this one? Fall. Okay, consider the following series function, this one. I'm going to take it here. This is power. So pay attention if you copy. And here you have power as well. So same thing. We'll do base case. And here it's start from which n? N bigger or equal to what? Okay, so we start by n equal to 1. It gives f x1. So let me write it fxn here. Is equal to x plus 0. X power n.
No, x power n, x to the power
N is 1.
is
So
not
Is x.
x
So fx1 is equal to x.
plus 0.
Plus 0 is 0. Plus 0. N equal to, I'm going to calculate f x2.
To be x
X squared.
So I'm going now x squared
2
plus 2 minus 1, 1.
1.
X1 plus x. So equal to f x1 plus this term.
Professor, what did the second x come from after x power 2?
Hmm?
After we say x power 2, what did the x after it come from?
من هذه.
So we calculate this one and get x?
نعم. Yeah, because you have this term. If you change the values, you will find x. Okay, we can do for n equal to 3, f x3 equal x power 3 plus 2
x to the power 2
multiplied by x
power 2.
power 2. Yes. Okay, now we don't have the plus x. So this is why I can make plus x minus x. So if I do this, I can actually have this term is equal to the previous one. Okay. If I do plus x minus x, it's 0.
Yes.
Okay, why? Why I do that? It's just to have the previous term. What is the previous term? It's x power 2 plus x.
We have two, doctor. It's two multiply by
اوكي غيرها مرتين وتصبح هذه x minus 2. لكن instead of making this complication we can do it in a simple way. Okay, because here we have to add some parameters and so on. What we can do now, we say we want to find the relation between both. So I'm going to calculate fxn minus fxn minus 1. Just try to find the relation between both. I will make the difference equal, take this value, this is for xn, واضح? Okay, I can put it between brackets, minus, so I replace this by n minus 1, and this becomes n minus 2, n minus 2. واضح؟
Minus 2 from minus 1 and minus 1 again.
واضح ولا؟
Is that in the question or
What is the objective? Is to find the relation between this term and this term. صح ولا؟ We can do it like we did it here, if it is enough clear. Otherwise, we can make the difference. حتى if we did the difference here, I'm going to find the same thing. It's the same process. Okay. Maybe here it's easier to solve it using the difference because we don't have a clear relation from that part. Okay. So when you do the difference, it's simple now, you can do it. So equal, this term will remain the same, plus, look now, xn minus 1, I have one here, and I have one here. So this term minus this term. I can write n minus 2 factor xn minus 1. صح ولا؟ Because I have here n minus 1 minus 1.
yes.
Okay. هذه factorization بتاع primary school هذه.
Yes.
ما في ولا شيء. Then we have this additional term. Okay, so this is now the difference between the both. I can write fxn is equal to this value plus all these additional terms. If you don't understand how we got that, I'm going to write it again. Term by term, equal this value plus this value minus this value plus this value. So looking at this is equal n minus 2 multiplied by x power n minus 1. Okay, now we have found the relation, just because there are several plus and minus, but the principle is the same. Now we have the relation between fxn and fx minus 1. Look at the previous example. We find the relation between fxn and fx minus 1. Here the relation very simple, just one term, but here it's a little bit more complicated with more terms. That's the whole thing. But we apply the same rule. We apply the same rule and the same principle. Now, we will translate this into a Java program. How can we do that?
We write the condition for this.
If n equal أول حاجة
X.
نشوفوا الx. We bring the x here.
And also must be bigger than 1 or equal 1.
Yes. If n smaller than 1, throw new legal argument exception. n must be greater than 1. Okay, then if n equal to 1, return what? X. صح ولا لا؟ If n equal to 1, the value of x is x. If else, if n greater than 1, return f x n minus 1 plus all these things. Okay, so this term is going to be math dot power x n minus 1 plus n minus 2 multiplied by math. This is n here. This is n minus 1 plus n minus 2 multiplied by math dot power minus 2. That is all.
Question. For the first one, n minus 1 multiplied by the x to the power. You take it a common factor, yes? You take a common factor between them.
Yes,
Okay, how we got x minus 2 if we take a common factor between them?
win x minus 2.
The last part, x minus 1 multiplied.
This?
No, before it, between the pluses. X minus 2 multiplied.
Which line? Which line?
The first line, between the pluses.
Line number.
18.
18.
18, yes.
This one.
Yes. Between the pluses. Yes, here.
Here?
No, the plus.
Here?
N minus 2. Yes, this one.
This one? Or this one?
This one,
This
yes.
one? n minus 1 minus 1. إذا كان عندك مثلا n minus 1 multiplied by a minus a كم تساوي هاي؟ Okay. Factorization problem. This one is equal n minus 2 multiplied by a. Okay, a in this case is equal n power n minus 1. واضح? So the process, it is the same. Even if you do any other exercise, you will follow the same process. Okay, no problem. Come back to home, look at the videos again, try to do it, and if you still face problems, we can discuss on them. It's better that you try today to solve, for example, the one of spring 2018 or spring 2017. I have sent to you, and check whether you are able to do that or not. Okay, and tomorrow let me know if you still face difficulties.
Professor, what about the programming output exercises?
We will do tomorrow, inshallah.
Can you put this in the
Yes.
We can find it.